Alright, yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and I've had the idea to start this series for a while now. Today, I'm gonna give myself 15 minutes exactly to breed as much Pokeyen for profit as possible. So I'm gonna be specifically today breeding Eevees only. That is the only species of Pokemon that I'm allowed to breed. I'm starting at 7.5 million Pokeyen. I'm not going to count anything during. I'm going to keep in mind, hey, I'm starting with 7.5 mil. I'm going to spend as much as possible, and then at the end, we'll sell everything off. We'll hatch the eggs after as well. I'm not going to count hatching time because that would get too ridiculous. We're going to hatch the eggs off after, and we'll figure out how much profit I actually am able to make within only 15 minutes of breeding. So it'll be pretty interesting. It'll be pretty crazy. Let's see how things go. And if you guys like this video idea, if you like the idea, this is becoming a little bit of a mini series, a little bit of a way to show you guys how to make Pokeyen or how to make profit in PokeMMO at all. Make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. I do post PokeMMO videos every single day and stream on Twitch Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. But let's go ahead and jump into it. I have not checked or scouted out anything on the GTL. As soon as I open it, I'm going to start my timer. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and get started. I only have 15 minutes. I'm starting with this amount of Pokeyen. Now, the biggest thing with any sort of Pokemon I try to breed for profit is looking for 25s plus across the defenses. Nothing coming across good today on the Eevees. 20k is not a good price, especially with those IVs. Not a strong start. Let's lower these to 20s and see what we can find. We see some decent stuff here now. Now it's getting a little more. This is timid. I'm going to yoink that up. Timid is a really good nature. The biggest thing with Eevees to keep in mind is that timid as well. Now 12k is a little high, but I think I can make profit on it still. Another timid 16k. I don't want to make too many rash decisions, but I feel like that's too good to pass up. I could be wrong. Ooh, it's only a 1 times 31. That one I'm going to pass on for now, but it could be super tempting. Let's now go over to 1 times 31. Let's try special attack. The biggest thing with Eevees to keep in mind is that you are looking for special attack IVs. All defenses, obviously. There's great bulky defensive EVs such as Vaporeon. Like Bold is a great nature, honestly, such as Vaporeon or things like Umbreon. These are Pokemon. These are EVs that really need those defense natures, like Bold, for example, right there. Let's go ahead and just focus on these for the time being. We have double timid EVs. Let's focus on this one first things first. So we need 31 special attack on it. That was a crazy ditto. Did anybody notice that? That was like a 2 times 30. Okay, it was interesting. Okay, let's anyways focus on this guy. 31 special attack. We need 20 plus and everything. Let's just do 20 plus across. We don't know about attack stat. Attack stat is the least valuable stat by far on Eevee. It's not even close. I'm gonna try to go as fast as possible, but I'm obviously gonna make a lot of mistakes. Gotta be a little careful. It's not worth to make mistakes if it's gonna cost you a ton of money, obviously. So I actually do need all of the IVs here, because I need to be able to Everstone this nature. That will be something that is super important. So 23k is the cheapest I'm seeing, which might just be the route that we go with. I think that's like fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I don't want to make too many rash decisions because I don't want to like actually make a mistake. Now I do have to buy every single item that I need to actually log into my Pokemon. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy 2 Everstones right now since I'm gonna need them for these 2 Eevees. Even though I have Everstones in my inventory, I do have to buy everything to actually, you know, sort it out. So let's go ahead and pop an Everstone on that first Eevee. We'll go ahead and pop a Speed Brace on the other one. I think that one's ready to go. Now I'm gonna give myself infinite time to hatch them, so let's just go ahead and go make the egg. I guess it might be worth to just go ahead and make them towards the end. So this should be the correct breed. No, something's wrong here, right? Something is wrong here. Yeah, I messed up. I need to brace these special attacks. So I bought the wrong brace. Oh, that's okay. See, I already made a mistake. That's the tough part with breeding. Breeding can be incredible profit, like disgustingly insane profit per hour. You can make upwards of like 400,000 to 600,000 Pokeyen per hour with breeding, but it's also really easy to make mistakes and lose some money along the way. So usually slow and steady is the best way to go, but obviously we are not doing that today. I'm not going to worry about gender. Sometimes going with gender, especially on Eevee, like going for a female Eevee can really save you a lot of money, but we're not going to worry about that today too much. So we have this Eevee. I could just flip this one, honestly. It's not really against the challenge. It might just be better to flip this. I'm trying to think. Let's price check it. 20, 20, 20, 20, timid Eevee. I bought it for like 6k, and this one's too upsetting because it's alpha. I might just save that one to flip because I don't know how I'm actually going to be able to properly breed it for profit. We'll just throw it in there for now. Let's get back to the GTL and find some breeds. Now, something I also want to do is look for things like Leafeon with 31 special attack, because when you want to breed Eevees, people don't think about the things like Leafeon, Vaporeon, those actual like evolutions. You want to check those for stats as well, not just Eevee, right? So let's check. Like, I'm not seeing anything though, unfortunately. Let's try 25s plus across. Let's get rid of that stat. Let's try 25 pluses across. Let's try Flareon. Flareon's probably not a very searched one. 45k, it's super high still. Eevee once again was only 20, was 20k, which is kind of high. Jolteon. Honestly, today I'm really not finding much luck. I'm not finding much luck today on Eevees. Let's try Vaporeon. Man, yeah, nothing. That's okay. I mean, it's realistic. Some days you're just not going to be able to make that much profit. I do think those two that I yoinked at the very beginning are so good that maybe it's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's get away from the 20 plus sort of stuff. Let's go for those timid nature ones maybe. Or let's try something. Let's see what I can do with a 31. Let's see if I can find something. 31 special defense. Nothing crazy. 25k is really the cheapest. There's so few Eevees available on the market right now. Wow, today was not a good day to do this challenge. Oh, I see why I'm under the modest nature. Let's make this on anything, of course. 8k for 31 was HP, defense, special defense, speed. Let's look for stuff. This is actually a pretty decent Eevee. 8500. Only 9 minutes left on the clock, of course. Whew. Yeah, like this is super decent. I might just go ahead and yoink this up and try to make a breed with it. I feel like I can find a Ditto to match this pretty easily. I need to find something with speed because I went ahead and, spent the money on it. This doesn't have nature, correct? Okay. Let's just go for 31 special defense, I guess. We'll check defense or special defense. 5k there versus, I mean, they're both uber cheap. Okay, this should be a really good... Yeah, I should just go for simple 1x31 deals like this. Let's do an HP brace and a special defense brace, I believe. Let's double check. Yep. Special defense. Let's go ahead and put those on. HP. Let's get those made. I could save my time, but I like the idea. This is realistic if I'm actually like breeding throughout. I feel like that's how you would actually be breeding, even though I'm not really counting that into today's challenge. I'm gonna let eggs hatch at the end infinitely, because it'd be funny to limit, based on egg hatch time. That's a little difficult to manage, and you kind of just be done after 5 or 15 or 10 minutes, I guess, waiting for the last 5 minutes for them to hatch. Let's go ahead and keep looking for Eevees. I need some sort of 31 speed deal. Let's go ahead and we'll look for a 31 speed Ditto, maybe. Might be the best bet. Or we could look for 31 speed Leafeon, Jolteon, etc. Let's try Leaf. So the cheapest one was 11k for an Eevee. I'm not seeing any deals here, which is just crazy. Dude, it is just not a day for Eevee deals, and that's okay. That's realistic. It's really, really good to show times where I'm not gonna have like a bunch of Pokeyen profit to show you guys. It'll still be decent profit for how short of time it is, but let's try 31.25. Let's try 31.20s, maybe. Let's try no special defense. What about no defense? Okay, 12k. We see something that maybe could be worked with. We see 12k for this. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this. Not the greatest price in the world, but not bad. Now what I'm looking for is a Ditto that matches that. Has to be a Ditto. Okay, like 8k is really cheap here. Should I check for 25s? Goes from 8k to 12k, 11k. I think that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, let's do that. So now I need HP brace and the speed brace. I already bought the one speed brace, so we'll keep that. We'll use that. HP brace. Was this HP that I'm putting on? Nope, that was speed. Quick little mistake. HP over there, speed here. Let's get the breed done really quick. The one Eevee hatched. I'll give myself all the time in the world afterwards to sell things off as well. I don't have to rush selling, for example. So 2x31 plus 25 plus and 2 other stats at least there. Let's look for, we have 6 minutes left. Let's try to do a couple more Eevee breeds. I think I'm actually making decent enough time. Checking recently posted Eevees can actually be really good as well. Like, this is a really good Eevee, but I just don't know. I don't know if I want to dabble with alpha breeds today. 40k, like 35k for these. Like, that's nothing. I mean, these are so over. I guess they have a particle effect is what someone's trying to sell them for. Gotcha, gotcha. What about no particle effect Eevees? 3,500. These are super cheap Eevees. This one is interesting. Is this one? Yeah, let's buy that up. 3,500. It's just so cheap. This one's modest. We could look for like modest or like just natured Eevees. Yeah, let's breed this one up. This one needs special defense. We'll go Ditto probably. I might actually be able to find a Ditto hilariously cheap with these stats. It's possible. Yes, 10k. Like, look at this. 31 special defense. Dude, oh man, the prices on some of these good IV Dittos is just insane. So now I don't even have to brace that Eevee, and that's actually really good and saves me a ton. So let's go ahead and special defense brace. Put this on the Ditto. We'll go pop that breed in. Whew, like, I'm really happy with that. I feel like that's a super solid breed. I could be mistaken. We'll see after. Also, if any of these just randomly roll female, things get really, really good. That's something that's super important to consider. This one was timid. Okay, let's look for 2020 maybe? 2020 31. Nothing there. 2020 31 speed. 16k. Maybe we go for it. Let's drop this. Let's drop this. Let's go here. Drop this to 0. Switch this up. 30k hidden ability access. 2 times 31. This feels really good. Oh, this feels really good, right? 33k for this. Am I crazy? I'm gonna yoink that up. That could be a mistake. That could be a mistake. We're gonna throw these Eevees in here for space. So far I've spent what, 200k? Spending 200k in 15 minutes or less is a little scary, but I'm confident we're gonna make profit here. So this one was 2 times 31. You do need a Ditto for this, obviously, because it is. This is only 33k. It seems kind of nuts, but maybe I'm very mistaken. So I'm gonna go for. The issue is you do kind of need a 31 speed. Whew, Ditto here. That's the scary part. Let's do 20 plus. 20. This might be too expensive. I mean, actually, no. 40k. Wow. That's unbelievably solid. Okay, that's where things get too expensive. What if I do 25 plus here? 40k still. That is, like, look at that Ditto. For that, no, yeah, that's the best one. 40k for this? I mean, what am I doing, right? That's easy peasy. I almost feel bad. Oh man, I almost feel bad using that on that. Do I have 0 HP put in? Yeah, I buy that one all day, right? So this one, I'm gonna go ahead and take. We're gonna go ahead and get a special attack brace and a speed brace. This is gonna be a really, really, really good Eevee. Now this is actually one that it is gonna be worth for me to go ahead and pay to be female, even though it's gonna hurt because there's gonna be a lot of Pokeyen. It's gonna cost like 21k here to make this female, but I promise you, once you reach this 3 times 31 range, the reason why it's worth to pay for these to be female, even though it's so expensive, is that people don't want to buy 3 times 31 Dittos for breeders, because that's when Dittos get excruciatingly expensive. That stuff gets ridiculous. So that's a good point to go ahead and call it. Eevee just listed 7,800. Whew. Okay, let's try. I can't believe that one Eevee was only 33k for a 2 times 31 with really relevant like 31 stats. Let's try like the other ones, like these other comparable ones are literally, 80k, 70k, 65k. So the one we bought was these stats: 31 defense, special attack. There's another one for 35k. I feel like I gotta buy that. It's Rash. I'm gonna go for it. I'm running out of time though. I do need to be pretty quick here. Interesting. Okay, let's find a matching breeder. Is there anything I can roll up here? I can roll up speed. So I'm gonna go for 31 special defense. And just do 20 plus speed. I kind of want to roll up HP too, but it's unlikely. Like 55 is a little too much. Let's not worry about HP. Let's do 15 plus though, maybe? No. We have 1 minute remaining, excuse me. Let's see. This one's modest, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter in this situation. I think I yoink it though. 40k. We'll get, what braces do I need? Special defense and special attack. Special attack onto the Eevee, special defense onto the Ditto. 45 seconds. Can I really make another breed in 45 seconds? Probably not. Unless I do something. I feel like I needed to double check that, but hopefully it's okay. Hopefully that was okay. I'm going to try really quickly to make the simplest breed imaginable and just hope it profits. I'm just going to buy whatever. I'm just going to make the simplest breed. Ditto. 31 defense. Yeah, I don't know the extra stats. Usually I would never do a breed like this, but HP, defense, HP on the Ditto, defense on the, yep, like that. 2 seconds, we're going to count this, egg made. And there is the beautiful timer that I have set up. Yeah, we're going to count that. Okay. Whew. Time to let all these eggs finish hatching. See how much profit was made. How many Eevees did I actually end up making? So I bought one just to flip, and then I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's really good. 7 Eevees bred in 15 minutes. I'm gonna let these eggs hatch, and I'll see you guys with the profit guesstimation calculation. All right, here's all of our glorious Eevees hatched and laid out. 2 of them came out female. I think these are both the 2 ones that we paid, so we had no random rolls, which is only fair. The chance of rolling an Eevee randomly female is 12.5%. The rest is like, what, 88.25 or 88.5 or whatever the percentage is. The rest are male. Eevee is a very, very male-dominant species. The female ones are worth a lot more money, though. Let's go ahead and get into price checking. We spent 410, essentially, 410,000 Pokeyen on breeding all of these. Then obviously the listing fees are also going to cut into things. Let's go ahead and whip out the most important tool on this channel. The Windows calculator, of course. That will be in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, and that is going to be used to calculate our profit today, or at least our revenue, and then I'll subtract everything at the end and actually get our profit here in a quick sec. But it's time to finally start price checking these Eevees. First things first, let's just do the Eevee that we chose to flip. We just couldn't really breed this Eevee effectively and make much more profit unless we wanted to start spending a lot more money. We only spent 6,500 Pokeyen on this, and I feel really comfortable selling this Eevee for like 30 to 40k, even though there's better ones like this alpha one and everything for like 80k, and this is even like a really good deal. You can see this is for 2 days, but it's way cheaper than the next upcoming variant. So I mean, I'm really happy going. Like, I think you could do different prices at different times on this Eevee. I'm just gonna do 40k. There's times where you probably could do like 60 or something on this Eevee. It's just a really good Eevee, but I'm gonna go the 40k and just play it pretty safe, honestly, and we'll add that over to our calculator. Our starting price, 40k. Now the listing fees will get tacked on to our Pokeyen up there, so we'll be able to actually just subtract that from the total profit revenue cost at the end, which is super nice. Since we started at that super flat 7.5 mil, makes the whole process a lot easier. But Eevee number 1 went for 40k onto Eevee number 2. Now, a similar-ish Eevee to the last one, having the 20 plus in every defensive stat and 20 plus speed, but also rocking the timid nature, but this one also has 31 special attack, which is really good. Now, not even considering nature, look at this 3 times 31 one though for 80k. The Eevees are getting a lot cheaper with the alpha Eevee, so we want to be a little patient on that. Like, that's a really good Eevee. Wow, things are getting a little more interesting with alphas being thrown into the mix for sure, changing up the prices. But I think it's going to be a super good budget comp for anyone who wants it. It seems kind of crazy, but I'm probably going to list it for 60k. I know it seems nuts compared to the other stuff that's being listed currently, like this one, but once this gets snatched up, which I think this is underpriced, we probably could flip this. I think this is going to be the next, yeah, like this is super underpriced. This could definitely be flipped, but this is going to be a really good option. I think for 60k, I think it's super fair and a super good price. When I listed that off, let's add 60k over to the calculator, putting us at a clean 100k so far after 2 Eevees. Next up, EV number 3, the most comparable one on the GTL is this one that is 20 plus in each of these two stats this has, but it also timid nature, so it does kind of beat mine out, to be totally honest. But you could say it's kind of underpriced, 55k or so. I don't remember how much I spent to breed this one. I feel pretty comfortable just undercutting this one and going 50k on it, maybe even 45k. You know what? Yeah, I want to be on the side of caution. I want to make sure stuff sells right now. The economy is a little slowed down at the moment while we're heading into Johto because people are kind of just taking their break right now, but I'm going to do that for 45k, add that to the calc. Next, Eevee has pretty much every stat you need on an Eevee except for that defense. Missing that is unfortunate, but look at this. I mean, the comparable stuff is going to be obviously a lot better, a lot higher, but let's go ahead and lower these to plus 20, I guess, across, and we're still just seeing insane numbers. What if we just get rid of the 20 plus in those stats and just do the 31s? There we see a much more reasonable price at around 66k or so. I'm probably going to list this one for 60. I think that's pretty fair. Once again, this is a super underpriced one, actually, being 66k, modest female. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do 60k. I think that's super reasonable. We'll go ahead and throw that onto the calculator. Next up, a 1x31 EV in special defense with 20 plus across and a lot of other stats. I'm pretty sure this EV was super cheap to actually breed. Didn't come out with any good nature. Really quiet's not really going to be like that useful or anything. This is going to be a lot better than mine. Yup, being 2x31 in those stats, and then also timid. I'm probably just going to mark this down pretty cheap, like 30k. It's not a crazy EV by any means. It doesn't have nature like the timid one at the beginning. I think 30 to 40k. We'll do 35k. I think that's just a super fair price for this. Now we're only at 240k revenue so far with only 3 EVs left. However, the last 2 EVs that are still in my box are the most expensive EVs by any means. So I'm still hoping I turn a profit, but it is getting a little squeezed, not gonna lie. Next up is this 2x31 EV. Really simple price check. I'm pretty sure it's just 31 HP, 31 defense. Like the 20 plus speed is not relevant enough here to actually worry about it. Yeah, this one's listed for 40k. I think 40 to 60 is probably fair here. Those are alphas. I'm just gonna end up going 50k on it, so I'm banking on this one selling. I think 55k if I'm going to play it that way, though. My goal here is to bank on this one selling and then someone else buying mine up, but maybe that's too... I don't know what it cost me to breed this. Wasn't this the last one? I think this was actually the EV that I just did like last minute on a huge crunch. I don't remember how much I spent on that. I think I'm going to try to go for the 55k on it. It's a little ambitious. It might take a while to sell, but honestly, I'm pretty comfortable with it, and we can add that onto the calculator. I think within time or with any demand or, resurgence in demand for any sort of evolution, it's pretty good, which I know Vaporeon just got moved down to NU semi-recently, but it got moved back up to UU. Okay, well, fair enough. That would have been a really interesting surge, but since that's back in UU, NU players definitely don't need it as much anymore. All right, but down to the last 2 EVs. These are both 3x31 and female, so these will have a much higher price check than all the previous ones. We're going to do this one first since it's a bit easier than the other one. The only thing we have to worry about here are the 3x31s and the female gender. I'm not even going to worry about the 20 plus speed yet. We'll see where that gets me, and then maybe I'll go ahead and actually adjust it. So we'll do female, 3x31, 300k is the cheapest you're seeing, which is insane. Honestly, that might be more comparable to this. This is overpriced, though. That's why it's listed for 19 days, as you can see. This is overpriced, and I feel pretty comfortable in saying that. Actually, pretty slightly. Honestly, this is actually, like, the fact that it's calm nature makes that a lot more reasonable. So 3x31 here on this EV. I'm probably going to go 200k on it, maybe 220. I think I could squeeze 220 out of it. With the lack of supply on the GTL, yeah, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. The fact that you're going to have to pay the gender price for it, yeah, I'm feeling really comfortable with 220k, which seems like a huge number. I mean, it kind of is, but we're going to do it. I think it's super fair. Plus 220k on the price check, putting us at 515k, which does bring us into the green for profit. So this last EV is just pure profit, which is fantastic for me because it means I'm going to make a lot of Pokeyen here, which is super nice. We're going to try 20. We're not going to worry about the 20 plus first. Let's first things first, just do the 3x31 female and see what comes out. Yeah, like 450k is obviously overpriced to what I'm looking for. I mean, this one's calm though and has the 25 plus. So honestly, I get why this one is at this price. Mine does not. Mine's mild. Just not terrible. Like you could use this for but why would you go budget on this one? I feel like you want to rebreed this for a different one. I am probably going to go 250 to 300 on this one. It's kind of tough. It's comparable to last. I'm going to do 260, 280. I'm going to do 260. I think that's going to give it the best chance of selling, and I'm super happy with that. So we're going to do plus 260 over on the calculator, plus 260K, leaving us with 775,000 Pokeyen. We ended up spending 450K. So let's subtract 450K from that, leaving us with a total profit. Oh my God. A total profit after 15 minutes. 15 minutes of breeding Eevees. 325K. That seems disgusting. I have a huge inkling that these Eevees are going to sit for a very long time. I'm not going to lie. It does seem like the market is in a really strange position right now. So I want to preface hugely. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not a, oh, anyone can do this, spend 15 minutes, anyone can make 325K. No. First of all, breeding requires an intense focus. Breeding requires an intense understanding and knowledge of not only the game, not only what you need on a Pokemon, not only market knowledge, but it requires so many aspects of information, as well as the capital to actually do it in this quick amount of time. And then it also requires patience and time. These Pokemon will sit on the GTL for quite a while, and there's a really good chance that they end up having to be relisted or lowered in price. So I'm pretty confident in saying, you know what, let's just go ahead and knock off an extra 75K. Let's just do it. I want to be safe. I don't want to give you guys a false number. I want to be really safe about things. So let's say that I have to relist a bunch of Eevees and I have to lower the prices 10, 20, 30K here and there. Let's knock it down to 250K. So I think that's pretty fair. I think that's reasonable. I think you can definitely make easily make 250K plus every 15 minutes from breeding for profit. It's pretty disgusting. Now it requires a lot of time, a lot of effort, and that wasn't just 15 minutes of actually, you know, it takes time to like price check and stuff. So like if you want to really factor it in, it ends up being like 250K maybe every 30 minutes, you know, something like that, which is why I usually cite the number, which falls into our number I cited earlier. You can make 400 to 600K per hour breeding for profit. Usually it's usually what I make. And if you factor this in, 250K every 30 minutes, 500K falls directly into those guidelines and actually makes 100% sense. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like it, make sure to let me know by liking the video. Make sure to subscribe for daily PokeMMO videos uploaded at 10 a.m. ET here on the channel. Follow the Twitch links down below for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. My Discord is also linked down below if you're interested in that. There's tons of information there, as well as those Discords are super helpful for events and stuff. If any of those are coming around the corner or maybe even happening by the time this video releases. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, if you enjoy seeing information like this, or if I've given you enough background entertainment content while you yourself play PokeMMO, going above with YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and most importantly, PayPal/Venmo donations all really do help out the channel, keep the lights on, and allow me to focus on making better and better content. Appreciate your guys' time to the end of the moon. I can't express that enough. Hopefully it was worth it. Hopefully my videos are always worth your time. That's all I can ever ask for. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. I super appreciate that, and if your name is on this list, I appreciate you even more. Thank you so much for going above and beyond in supporting the channel, allowing me to stay full time, and trying to make the best PokeMMO content possible. Thanks again for watching.